Peace and love, family. I'm here this early morning, and just want to shed, my thoughts on the Mike Brown issue and very sad story. Mike Brown, he was a black youth, black male who was, I believe he was 18 years old. I'm not sure. He was a teenager, and he was shot in Ferguson, Missouri, by a cop. I believe he was shot more than 6 times, shot in the head, um, all over his body. And for a while it took him a while to release the cop's name, but now they saying they released his name, and now they saying that Mike Brown is a suspect for a robbery. And they came up with this little video with him supposedly stealing or whatever. And this is just what they use. Just like when Trayvon Martin, if y'all can remember when he got killed, what did they do? They releasing pictures of him supposedly, they released pictures of him flipping his middle finger up. Oh wow, him flipping his middle finger up. Does that give Zimmerman a reason to shoot him in the head? Kill him. They release a picture of a hand with a gun. Nobody knows if that was even his hand. And some texts about how he was fighting at school. Okay, kids fight. That don't give you no reason. Even if there was Mike Brown stealing, supposedly on camera, does that give them a reason to kill him? And I mean, he wasn't even stealing with a gun. They say he just stole something and just left from the store. I saw a little snippet of the video. That's crazy. And now you got the National Guard came out there. People don't know about when they was protesting, they shot another girl in the head who was 18 years old. I believe a student of Howard University. She was about to go to Howard University. I believe that was a college, but I know she was about to become a college student. Shot her in the head. She survived. And out there in Ferguson, they've been rioting and protesting and different things. And they shot this girl in the head just protesting, on a normal protest. Shot her in the head. Now they got the National Guard out there. At first they had these snipers out there and all this military equipment. Is it that serious? I mean, this is what about to happen. This martial law thing, all these different things you see on movies like Red Dawn and Quarantine type movies. All these movies with this police state and this martial law type state. Yeah. They always do things through movies. They mock us. They put things right in front of our face and laugh because a lot of our people don't do the research to know. They love doing that. They love putting their plans in front of movies. 9/11, they put that all in front of movies before it happened. But back to the subject, I mean, they got the National Guard out there. That's just, man, that's crazy. And a lot of people saying they shouldn't riot and they shouldn't do this and do that, but yeah, I agree. Rioting and protesting won't solve anything, but our people are fed up with the injustice, with innocent youth getting killed. And think about if it was your son that got killed, you'll be ready to fight too. We just don't know the ways to go and fight. We could start boycotting things. That'll get the answer across very clear. But they just don't know how to fight. So they so angry. They went and riot and riot and loot and different things like that because they just angry. But this is the best way to fight right here. And this is a King James Bible because I know we are the children of Israel, and I'm going to read that the Most High put these things in this book, what is going on now, you know, thousands of years before it happened. You know, and I'm just going to read some of these things and let our people know that turning back to the Most High, that's when these things will stop. You know, and that you are the children of Israel. And this is what, you know, we have to go through. The curses are still going on. We living in the time of Jacob's trouble because we come from the seed of Jacob. And, you know, and the trouble is for his seed all around the world. All the seed of Jacob, you see they going through something, whether they in West or Central Africa, whether they in America, whether they in Jamaica, Haiti, wherever they at. You know, Latin America, Asia, Middle East, wherever they at, they're going through something. So we just go get into this. And we're going to go to Deuteronomy 28. Go read some of these curses that the Most High said will come upon us if we turn away from him. Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, verse 14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, our ancestors broke all these commandments, broke the covenant that he made with them. And these curses came upon them, and it followed them generation after generation. Generation after generation, all the way up until us. You know, we continue to break the covenant, and that's why we under these curses. You know what I'm saying? And the times that's about to come, if you're not doing this, and having faith in the Messiah, Christ, you're not going to make it. I'm telling you right now. The Bible talked about all these things that's coming. This new world order, all this. Now we're going to go to verse 25. And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. We was removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Children of Israel. Every continent you have, I don't care. I was talking to one brother. He said he was in Australia seeing Israelites. Like dude, everywhere you go see tribes from, you know, our people. We all the same people, different tribes. Some of us the same tribe, some of us not. You got the kingdom of Ephraim, the kingdom of Judah, just scattered everywhere. So, let me go to verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from the far, America, and all the other European Edomite countries, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. They don't show favor to our old or young. They just killed that brother, I forgot his name. The other brother was selling loose squares, and they choked him. Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Emmett Till. They used to hang the youth too. Cut their testicles off, everything. This is a fierce nation that the Most High brought against us that do not care about any of us. We still in captivity right now. Yes, we are. And we're going to go to verse 64 now. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods. which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. A trembling of heart, sorrow of mind. Our people going through this. They terrified. They scared nowadays. They don't know whether they go make it or not. Getting pulled over by a police officer, they don't know. Back in the day, we don't know when you was going to run into a lynch mob, a white crowd, and get lynched or have to run. Your slave master, you don't know if he was going to kill you. You get whipped. You know, it's still going on, generation after generation. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Just because you see these millionaires and all these people on TV, don't think that it changed. They done sold out anyway, and I'm going to speak on that on another video. We're going to go to verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. You don't know whether you're going to live or not. You don't know. In our neighborhoods, you do not know if you're going to get killed by your own people or the police or the heathen. The heathen. You got Edomites that's just killing people that ain't even police officers. And some of them getting away with it or getting slaps on the wrist. It's real. We still in captivity. These curses still upon us. Now we're going to go to back to verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And we still don't want to turn back to the Most High. You still want to follow Egypt and this New Age movement. Trust me, Egypt is all about the past. This about the past and future. These things that the Most High spoke of is happening in the future right now. Egypt is desolate for a reason. You ain't Egyptian, you are Israelite. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. For a sign and wonder. That means whoever these curses is upon, and there's so many of them, I can't read all of them right now. We'll go to Deuteronomy 28, read the whole chapter. Whoever these curses is upon, that's the children of Israel. I don't care what it is. You can't name one nation of people that was taken all around the world. The four corners of the earth, is the Most High say. That means every continent, country, all around the world. They in islands everywhere. In slavery. You can't name one people. You know, you got nations of people that was enslaved, but they wasn't taken to every single country in the world, everywhere. Children of Israel. We're going to go to Jeremiah 5, chapter 5, and verse 19. Jeremiah 5, chapter 5, verse 19. And it shall come to pass, when you shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us? Why do God do all these things? Why is all this happening to us? You know, then thou shalt answer them, like as you have forsaken me, and served strange gods in your land, so shall you say, serve strangers in a land that is not yours. Who is that? Our people always cry to God. Always. Why is God doing this to me? This and that, such and such. There is no God. He wouldn't let all this happen to us. But you still living a life of sin. You still living wicked. And you wonder why this stuff happened to you. So-called Christians. You show them the things in this Bible. You show them they don't supposed to eat pork. You show them that Sabbath on Saturday and not Sunday. You show them they don't supposed to celebrate Christmas. Go to Jeremiah 10. You tell them these things. They still do what they want to do. You show them that Christ was a black man. They still worship that white image. You putting it on yourself. Because you so busy living in the world, you don't want to turn away from those things. Oh, it's tradition. Yeah, it was tradition that your slave masters taught you. You got to turn back, especially if you call yourself a Christian. You really love God. You got to give all that stuff up. I know it can be difficult, but man, it pays off. And you know, once you start doing it, it's not difficult at all. I love this. Ezekiel 34, chapter 34, and we're going to go to verse 27. Excuse me, sinuses messing with me. But verse 27, and the tree of the field shall yield her fruit. This is the Most High when he's saying he's going to take us back to our land, which is Israel. Because it's going to come a time where he's going to take us back. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. You got to be doing this. He's going to take us back. We're going to be back on top again. We're going to be in our land. First resurrection. You're going to reign with Christ 1,000 years. And verse 27. And the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase. And they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord, when I have broken the bands of their yoke, and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves of them. Who is that? Who's still serving themselves of us? Think about it. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen. Who is a prey to the heathen? You got people, I'm not a prey. Yeah, you is. Who's still a prey to the heathen? They shall no longer be a prey to the heathen. Mike Brown. That heathen just killed him. And go get away with it. Neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. Ain't nobody gonna make you afraid when the Most High put you back in your land. Nobody. And I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the shame of the heathen any more. Thus shall they know that I, the Lord, their God, am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, say the Lord God. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, say the Lord God. We're going to go to chapter 35. Now this is speaking on the Most High. He go judge these people. You best believe it. He say he coming back with vengeance. He see all this that's going on. He going to judge these people that killed Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Emmett Till, still killing our people to this day. Even the people that's just racist and have hard hearts towards the children of Israel, they're going to be judged. The Israelites going to be judged too. But this talking about the judgment of Edom, the Europeans that you see today. Some of the Europeans are not Edom, but the ones in power are. Most of the ones here are Edom. Some of them are Canaanites too. That's another video. A lot of them are mixed with Edom and Canaanites. You know, you can't just go off how they look when you do the history of the different countries and different things like that, because Canaanites had leprosy. That's another video. But a lot of them are Edom and Canaan. But most of them are Edom. The Romans, the so-called Jewish people, the British, they are Edom. And these people that are Edom, these is all the people that was involved with the slave trade. So that's why I said that most of them over here are Edom. Unless they came from somewhere else, from Europe, and moved here. But most of them are Edom. They are still descendants of the slave masters that brought our people here. Chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Mount Seir, that's Edom. That's the Edomites, the Europeans, and prophesy against it. And say unto it, Thus say the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. Thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. This is the Most High talking. This is God telling you. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, say the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it that passeth out, and him that returneth. Skip to verse 11. Verse 11. Therefore, as I live, say the Lord God, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy. He gonna do according to their anger and their envy. The people is Edomites that will be saved if they choose to follow Christ and the Most High. But most of them not. I mean, most of them ain't. They can't believe with the children of Israel, because they ain't gonna be saved if they can't accept us. If they gonna still have racist ways towards us and hatred, they not. You know, and a lot of them can't accept that. You know, they've been feeling so superior all this time, they can't believe that them niggers are the chosen people. And they don't know that will affect them. They got to turn away from that too, from those ways. But a lot of them going to be judged, because a lot of them not going to turn away. You have some that's going to humble themselves and turn away. I seen them. But this is speaking on the ones that ain't, which is, I believe, most of them. And I will do even according to thy anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of the hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all the blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. 13. Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. He hear everything. 14. Thus say the Lord God, when the whole world rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. Think about it. Who rejoiced in the inheritance of the house of Israel because it was desolate? Who went into the land in 1948 when it was desolate? Think about it. And rejoiced that they returned back to their land. That God gave them their land back in 1948. Even though Christ's not here, even the prophecy's not even adding up, but they back in their land. You know, who rejoiced in the inheritance of Israel during slavery? Who made millions of dollars back in, hundreds of years ago, still spending money from that? Think about it. 15. As thou didst rejoice in the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, Edom, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. This is no way to be trying to be racist, This is no way of trying to be racist at all. Because like I say, if you come from Edomite and you accept Christ, it's all love. But if you one of these type of Edomites, which most of them are, sad to say, yeah, Christ go hand it to you when he come back. And hey, I'm not gonna beg anyone to accept us and turn back to Christ. I'm not. I want my people to turn back to the Most High. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. This is speaking on when we turn back to the Most High. Because the Most High said curses will come upon us, but also blessings. Chapter 30, Deuteronomy, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee, and thou shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Then the Lord thy God will turn the captivity and have compassion upon thee. And I will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of the heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. The Most High has promises for us too, if we do the right thing, and turn back. And that's this video, about the Mike Brown issue. Very sad. May that brother rest. But we gotta turn back. I understand our people want to riot and protest, but we have to turn back. I'm telling you, it's about to get real rough. They making detention centers, and this new world order thing is serious. It's real. And they're gonna attack us. Because the Bible say this is the time of Jacob trouble. This is the time where, man, it's about to get real. It's Ebola, all these different things, man. All this stuff is aimed towards us. Ebola, it so happened to be in West Africa, and AIDS, it was in South Africa. You have Israelites over there too. You have Israelites everywhere. Stop believing that Israelites not in Africa. We in every single country. The four corners of the earth. That means we everywhere. So, man, it's about to get real. They already got curfew in Ferguson. It's about to get real, man. Don't wait until you see that warning sign on TV. That you see that. They just doing tests now, but it's gonna come a moment where that joint gonna be real. It's gonna be real. Don't wait until you see police, cops at your door. You gotta turn back to Christ, man. It's the only way that you gonna survive during these times. It's gonna be hard. Your faith gonna be tested. A lot of people gonna be killed. A lot of people, but man, you be killed, man, but you just know that you're gonna be back. That's why you gotta prepare yourself if you get caught up in this madness. You have to prepare yourself, spiritually, mentally. You have to read this. It's the only way you gonna get through it. The only way. You don't want to get caught up and you take that mark. That's another video, speak on the mark. You take the mark, it's over. So I'm gonna end the video out, and man, pray for the people in Ferguson. Pray for them, and just pray that they make it through this, and pray that the people who know that they are Israel, pray that our people turn back. Peace and love, family.